So hi all, I hope all of you are excited to attend this webinar and learn from this on the AI development, and we'll be covering all this today. So it will be an exciting webinar. Stay tuned till the end, and I will discuss what we are going to discuss today. Before that, let's wait one more minute, please. Let others also join because I'm getting a lot of WhatsApp messages asking to wait. They are unable to join. So let us give another 2 minutes and then we will start this webinar. Let's wait another minute. Meanwhile, you can tell me how many of you are having a little experience at least in AI. Please comment, yes, I know a little bit, if you know how AI is going to shape up our structural engineering. If you are absolutely new to AI, say new. If you know a little bit about how AI is going to change our structural workflow, then say, yes, I know. So most of you are new. Bimal says new. Most of you are new. Okay, anybody with an expertise in AI, how AI is going to change how we work, you can comment. And maybe you can share your experience as well if you're working in that field. There could be some engineers who are working in this particular field. So most of you says you are new. Okay. Lini says new. Mohammed Akib says new. Okay, I think most of you are new to AI and how it works. Dhruv says, as a college student, how can I develop my engineering skills? You please wait. Let us discuss towards the end. All your questions I will take. Uh, Gurang Nandakumar says little experience at a consultancy. Okay, yeah, so that's great, Nandakumar. Okay, so I can see quite a lot of people who are new and some are, one or two are having some experience. Okay, so let us start this webinar. Give me a moment. Let me ensure that we are recording this. 1 second, you give me. Okay, so we are going to discuss if AI is a partner in innovation or a competitor for us. Some of you might have a worry that AI is going to replace us, things like that. So how many of you think that AI is going to replace us in a very big way? Comment yes if you think AI is going to replace our job. If you think that it is an opportunity, then say that it is opportunity. So many things. Rashidul says yes. So nobody thinks that it is an opportunity. Azim says it's an opportunity. Nitin says it's an opportunity. Okay, so let's see if it is an opportunity or a threat. Yeah, it is in fact a kind of both, maybe yes or no. Let's see all that today. So we are going to discover that today and all the AI dilemma that you have. Stay tuned till the end. You will also get an opportunity to ask and engage in questions. So the things that we are going to discuss today are, will it replace engineering? How it affects structures in the short term and in the long term. Yeah. But in long term is quite unpredictable. So let's more focus on the short term changes in structural workflows. What and how you should be adopting AI and when you should be adopting AI. All this we are going to discuss today. And you will learn about a lot of things. You will get insights on what AI is, insights on how structures will change, how software like ETABS will change. It's my prediction. Some of it are my predictions. Leverage AI in your current role, how you can do that. And what are the opportunities waiting for early adopters in AI? All these we are going to discuss today. So stay tuned. Again, I'm requesting and suggesting that you stay tuned till the end because there are quite a lot of things that we are going to discuss. Now, there are going to be a lot of bonuses for you. Some of it might have already reached you. You would have got a free course on stability. You would have got a transformative journey quiz. Please do all these. These are certified as well. Some of you might have done that already. Then you have a structural scheme development cheat sheet that might have already reached your email. If you have not got it, please feel free to WhatsApp me or email me. I will ensure that you get that in a day or two. And then you will get an access to a structural challenge, which is an assignment in my course. And then you will also get a roadmap to becoming a structural engineer. All these are bonuses that you have already got when you registered. If you have not got it, please feel free to WhatsApp or um, email me. And you also will get a special offer on all my courses today. If you stay till the end, I will be disclosing you 2025 what are our course plans and what are the membership programs that we have. The DCTS membership, I will give you a glimpse towards that, and I will give you a really good offer if you are wanting to learn with me. So that's towards the end. And let me start with very quick brief on my expertise and experience. Some of you know me, some of you are very new to me. So my career has been spread over last 24 years. I've been into consulting and design, mostly building structures. And I have mentioned the companies that I have associated with. Most of my work was with a company called Atkins, which is one of the largest multi-D organizations in the world. I was a team lead and a group engineer there. And then I started my own consulting and training civil era 10 years back. So in February, we will hit the 10th year. So that's how we have been doing. And my vision has been always to enable capable engineers to learn smartly and elevate our profession. Many of us have this apprehension that civil and structural engineering in particular has a lot of issues related to job nature, the slogging nature of our work, the salary, pay scale related. But I believe most of it is within. We need to solve and sort out problems within our fraternity first, and then we can ask others to change and respect us and give us the due things which we deserve. But then, are we really ethical? Are we really doing things in the right way? Are we adding value? All these are things that we need to introspect. Yeah, so my vision is to help engineers to be there, to be the best, to ensure that we deliver the right things in the right way. So this is what we always propagate, and I hope you will join my vision as well. Now let us start with AI right now. And can you tell me what is generative AI? Have you heard this term? If you have heard generative AI, this term, type yes. If you haven't, say no, you haven't heard. And also tell me, have you ever used AI in any form? Let it be in structures or let it be in some other thing. Have you ever used the power of AI? Say maybe to blog, maybe to create something. Simon, it says he has used. Yeah, great. Sai is my good student as well. Nandakumar says bulk of data categories. Okay, yeah, mathematical model. So many are new to AI. So I'll be mostly touching the basics, not getting deep into anything technical so that everyone are benefited. So please listen carefully, those who are new, because some of it, it's very simple, but then what I'm going to talk today is very simple. But then if you know this, then it'll be easier for you to understand in the later part, and it'll be easier for you to pursue this on your own. So I hope you will stay really, really concentrating and doing it very carefully. Say yes if you're going to be very attentive throughout. Say yes. Okay, so let me say what is generative AI. It's a type of AI technology. There are different AI technologies. Generative AI is a type of technology that can produce various types of content. Now, it can produce text, it can produce images, it can produce audio, it can produce synthetic data. Now, what do you mean by synthetic data? I have mentioned here, it's an artificial data that mimics real world data and is created using algorithms and simulations. So it's not real. So the latest generative AI has the power to generate an artificial thing which is not existing, and it will appear like an existing thing. So that is the power of generative AI. So it can use and it can produce text, images, audio, and synthetic data. So that is what generative AI is all about. Now, many of you may have confusion. again, what is AI? And is machine learning and artificial intelligence same? There are quite a lot of confusions people ask and try to find out and figure out. Now, they are very related, but then they are not exactly the same. One is a subset of the other. So that's what we are going to discuss later. AI is a discipline within computer science. Just like physics is a science discipline, you have physics, chemistry, biology, so many science disciplines similar to that. AI is a discipline within computer science. And artificial intelligence has to do with the theory and methods to build machines that think and act like humans. So that is what AI is all about. We all know that. Most of you know that. Now, what is the difference between machine learning and AI? Very simple, in a very simple way. Machine learning is a system that trains models from input data. You give an input, it trains and give you an output. Now, the trained model can make predictions from new, never before seen data taken from the same input data used to train the model. This means machine learning gives the computers ability to learn without explicit programming. You don't need a programming to create things. This is what machine learning is all about. You can train the machine and the computer can produce things without a computer programming. So conventionally, we need programming. You might have learned some of the programming. We use programs to generate things, to automate things, but machine learning do not need that. Basically, machine learning is a subset of AI. AI is a discipline. Machine learning is a subset of uh, AI. And deep learning, I'm not getting into that, is another subset of even machine learning. And then comes generative AI. So generative AI is a subset of AI, ML, and deep learning. Now, let me very quickly show you this particular slide where you have the difference in a little graphical way. Yeah. So here you can see you are giving a data and you are saying or labeling it as in the machine learning, it will create a relationship and then output is a label as in you are comparing two things and then you are getting a result. Say you give a picture of a dog and a cat, you label dogs as dogs, cats as cats, and you are training the machine. And then you get an output. When you feed a dog next time, it will give you a label that it's a dog. It will identify that it's a dog or if it's a cat. Yeah, so that's what kind of machine learning can do. But when it comes to generative AI model, there is a huge difference. You are giving an input, you are not saying what it is. AI, it learns the patterns and it gives you an output, and that output can be a new content. Say you train the machine with a lot of data, you give cat, dogs, everything. You are not labeling it, but it understands that. And then not only that, it will identify, it will also generate a new cat and dog for you. So that is what the power is. That's what generative AI is. So in a traditional or a one step back, in a machine learning thing, you are labeling it and you are getting a label as an output. You are only getting what it is. You are feeding a data, machine is learning, you are getting an output, it's labeled. Yeah, it's identifying. So here it's not just identifying, and this identification happens without even labeling it, and you get a new content. So that is what the power is, and that is what is going to revolutionize the way that we are going to work. So generative AI is a subset of AI and machine learning. As I told you, AI is a technology that can produce various types of content, and it can be text, it can be images, it can be audio, it can be synthetic data. So it can be anything. So that's where it uh, revolutionized even structural engineering. Now, what is the difference between automation and generative AI? Who can tell me? I've written there, but still, who can tell me? And many engineers are asking here questions. I may not be able to see all your questions because I'm getting hundreds of messages here. So please type in towards the end and not now. I will not be able to see and answer everything. Yeah, so please, towards the end, you ask me, I will also open up the mic for you to ask questions. Okay, so in a conventional automation scenario, we generally need a programming. Yeah, you are automating. You might have automated many things using Excel sheets. There is a formula, and that formula is a programming. And if you are using any other languages like C or C++, you are using a language to automate things. Say you are using a plugin, you might have used RCDC for detailing, or you might have used many other tools for detailing. You might have used even Excel sheets or AutoCAD scripting, whatever you might have done to produce drawings from a ETABS model or whatever thing, you might have used a program to achieve this. But generative AI can do automation without program. Now think about combining both, some program and some generative AI. That's where the future or the medium or midterm future is going to be. Those who are, is there anybody working in BIM field here? Please type yes if you are working in building information modeling using Revit or Tekla. Is there anyone who is into BIM field? Animesh is saying yes. Yeah. So if you know about clash detection, yeah, multidisciplinary coordination, the way that we detect clashes between disciplines, say electrical engineers needs a cutout, we need a beam there. All this clash detection and all that, if you know how to identify that. Conventionally, we do that by using tools, and many things are automated. But think about predicting a clash. Generative AI can predict based on past behavior, past projects, based on what is being done, what was being done in the previous project. It can predict this can happen on that day on this particular coordination. So foresee that. So generative AI is going to revolutionize even uh, automation with relation to BIM and other field clash detection and all that. Now, site-based roles, how is it going to change? Is it going to change? There are quite a lot of things that are going to change site-based. The real site work, of course, will need people, but a lot of automation will occur. 3D printing, robots, machines, all that we know it will occur. And with respect to generative AI, the repetitive works like bargaining schedules, you might be a site engineer preparing bargaining schedules. You should be really careful about your future. Yeah, you need to update. You need to slightly try to diversify your career, because bargaining schedule will not need that kind of effort in the future. Quantities, if you are a quantity surveyor, already tools like Revit, tools like Tekla has automated that. But that automation is uh, program based. Now it can be predicted, it can be done in a different way using generative AI without even programming. So all these are going to change. So if you are doing something laborious work at site, or something which is repetitive in nature, then all these are going to be replaced. Work allocation, bill payments, tackling that, allocating workforces, materials, mobilizing people. All these can be done with minimal time now, with intervention of generative AI. So if you are a person who is doing all this, one thing is that you can do it smartly, but also be aware that the number of people needed in that field will be lesser. Of course, the real site engineers who are inspecting, those who are doing the site engineering work will be needed. But then all these 3D printing, robots, machines, there will be monitoring machines. All these are going to reduce the number of people needed there. And all these repetitive work are going to go away. Our requirement or our intervention will be very minimal. Yeah. And it can also predict based on, say, if you are doing all your billing activities on a Saturday, yeah, then it can predict, you can schedule your works, everything you can be doing using AI in the future. So that's where we are going to get into. Project management, all your resource management, your coordination, your finance management, all these are more predictable with AI. Now, tools that you are going to use. How many of you use tools on your daily life, work life? Could be Excel, could be STAT, could be ETABS, could be MS projects. Type in which software do you use or which tool do you use on a daily basis. Abhijit says Excel. Anybody else? ETABS and Excel. Hussein says STAT and Excel. All those which I say, says Nandakumar. Excel. So many are using Excel. Other than that, STAT, safe. Anybody from project management field and using MS projects or anything like that? Pavitra says STAT. Okay. Okay. So nobody using MS projects, Primavera, all that. Okay. So I will talk about that in a while, how tools are becoming agents. Aniruddha says Primavera. Okay. Okay. I have seen a lot of answers. Now, BIM roles, as I told you, automation with and without programming. Think about that. Right now, most of the automation is with programming. You will be scripting, you will be interoperating things, you will be connecting ETABS with Revit, you will be connecting different tools, Grasshopper, whatever not. Yeah. Clash detection, you may be doing using a different tool, things like that. Based on which tool you are using, you are interoperating things, and you are writing programs. Python you might be using, so many programs you might be using for various workflows. Now, with the coming of generative AI, a lot of this in the short term can be done without programming, and in the long run, we never know where we are going to head to. Yeah. So all this can be done using generative AI. Now, you go to an era where some of you might have experienced it, some of you might not have. If you are a very senior engineer, you might have seen people drawing on drawing boards. Some of you might have carried drafter or T-square into colleges and drawn in a table without using AutoCAD. I'm not sure how many engineers do it right now, because right now we use AutoCAD or Revit and things like that. But there was a time when people used to draw things on a drawing board using hand, pencil, and T-scale and a drafter. So how many of you have seen T-scales or drafter, mini drafter? I think most of you might not have seen T-scales. Yeah, T-scale is similar to, say, drafter. Okay, so now think, when AutoCAD came into picture, a lot of drafters might have thought, yeah, drafting engineers might have thought, I'm losing my job. But then now do we say that? No. Why? Because AutoCAD is quite common. People learn AutoCAD. In college itself, you learn AutoCAD. Yeah. But there was a time when people who were hand drafting were worried, will AutoCAD replace me? Yes, they did. But then all smart drafters, they learned AutoCAD and then they shifted to AutoCAD. Those who were not willing, or those who were not capable to learn AutoCAD, they perished. Yeah, but then the new generation, they never knew that such a hand drafting existed, because they are in that particular era where AutoCAD is what is the real program used for drawing. So nobody knows that hand drafting existed. Similar way, now BIM is so popular, everyone who is graduating tries to learn BIM or Revit or whatever program is suitable for them. So the next generation is not going to bother about 2D drafting. Maybe those who are in the transition stage, or those who are doing AutoCAD, they are required to upgrade to BIM. Otherwise, they will perish, just like the hand drafting guys perished. This is the same thing which is happening now. Yeah, AI is revolutioning the way we are doing things. In 10 years of time, I would say 10 years or 5 years is a generation now. And within a generation's time, it will be so common that those who are right now using AutoCAD and BIM and whatever tools right now what we are using, if we embrace AI, we will achieve that transition. If not, we will perish. That's what is going to happen. And the new generation, they are born into the AI era. They are not bothered about all this previous era things. Yeah, so things will evolve, things will change, things will progress, humanity will progress. Those who remain stagnant will remain stagnant and perish in a period of time. So that is what has been happening any time. Yeah, so there is nothing new about this. In the history of the world, this has been happening all the time. Only thing is that with the coming of generative AI, this transition is very rapid, it's very fast, and it is disruptive. It is changing many things at the same time. Yeah, so you need to adopt, you need to adapt, you need to be in the know-how of things. Those who answered, I don't know anything about AI, you need to start looking at that, because that is the future, that's the present, in fact. Yeah, so the changes are rapid, and changes are very disruptive in nature. It's not just like uh, say uh, drafting from hand drafting to changing to AutoCAD. It's not such a simple change, it's a disruptive change. Huge changes are going to come. Okay. Now, one good thing is engineering is not just maths, it's not just calculative, it is not just repetitive. There is quite a lot of things which are related to judgment. So, those who are technically sound always will stay. Yeah. Because technical knowledge is not something that can be uh, mimicked. Yeah, there are quite a lot of things that can be mimicked, and low level engineering will be mimicked. Repetitive things will be mimicked, it will be replaced. But there is something called judgment, which is based on experience. Now, a huge amount of data is actually experience. So, generative AI has, say, 1,000, 1 lakh project. Yeah. A engineer with 20 years of experience, he cannot remember everything. What do you mean by experience? It is about remembering what you did in the past, or that learning from the past is experience. Yeah. AI has, even if it is not doing anything, it has 1 lakh projects, say, in the database. From that 1 lakh database, it can choose, it can memorize, it can pick and give you result. This is what, in a simple way, uh, generative AI is going to do, is capable of doing. And in the short term, this is what? Data management. Yeah. So it is it is definitely a little threat, but then there is some judgment. Say, I will tell you an example. Say you are driving a car. How many of you can drive a car or a bike? Type yes, I can. Let me see how many of you. Yes, Bimal says I know. Yeah. So the thing is, consider or think, assume that you are overtaking a another vehicle. Yeah. So you need a lot of judgment to do it. Yeah. Otherwise, you will hit with the vehicle which is coming on your other side. Yeah. So you need a judgment. So engineering also needs judgment, and it has a lot of safety factors that you need to look into, and it has maths too. Yeah. But then there are many things beyond maths. That's what, or beyond calculations. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It has a lot of judgment. Just like you are driving, engineering also needs that judgment. Yeah, based on certain situations, you need to decide things. AI cannot do that. You need to take decisions based on a client's requirement, a client's sensitivity to certain things. All this AI cannot do it. So that's what is going to help you. So your experience, your technical understanding, your judgment, your experience, this cannot be replaced in the immediate future. Yeah, AI is not at all maths. Yeah, it is probabilistic. It's all based on data. It's all based on experience with the data that it has, and with the probability of that happening based on the past experience. Yeah. So engineering is maths, but it is not just maths. That's what I meant. Whereas AI is not at all maths, it's completely predictive and probabilistic. So that advantage we have, provided you are technically sound. So mostly people who are not technically sound are the ones who has to be worried the most. Yeah. So whatever discipline you are in, please ensure that you are technically sound. You appreciate and understand hi-fi things in whatever field you are. Okay. Any confusion? Do you agree with me? Tell yes if you think that is right. Technical knowledge is going to help you. If you think it is not, say no. Let me see how many of you think that technical knowledge is always going to help you. So I can hear a lot of yes, no, no's yet. Yeah, great. Okay. Next, standardization. Now, This is a revolutionary thing that generative AI is going to give you. Yeah. You get a lot of opportunity to standardize things. Could be in a structural engineer's language. You can standardize, say, beam design, hundreds of beams. Yeah. Similar forces. Right now, if I did a beam, say I know the moment is 100 and the size is 450 or 600, yeah, or 750, whatever, with my experience, I may be able to remember, okay, if grade of concrete is M25, grade of steel is 500, this is my steel, with this is what I call as experience. But then, as I already told you, if AI has thousands of beams already done and it is fed in and it's trained to pick similar, say if you have 90 moment and if you have 100 moment, yeah, maybe the design is same. You don't have to do it two times. 95 moment and 100 moment might in the end give you the same steel. So why do you have to design it two times? So this power will allow you to this power to pick it. Yeah. So in 1 second, AI can give you that 95 and 100 gives you the same steel. Then you can standardize things quite fast. Yeah. So this saves your time, big time. Okay. So standardization is the future. Now, many people think standardization kills what? Especially architects might say that standardization will kill creativity. Yeah, it will kill that. Yes, it's true. But then this standardization is going to give you quite a lot of time, which is going to allow you to spend that time for other things. Yeah. So anything repetitive, anything that can be standardized is going to go. A human is not needed. So if you are doing any job which is related to repetitive work, which can be standardized, so think yourself what you are doing, your workflow every day, what you are doing, that's your workflow. Yeah. Try to put that into an Excel or into a diagram. Yeah. And then see, is this repeatable? Is it something which is going to be replaced? Then you will understand. Or if you want to be smarter and stay in the same field, see how you can automate that. Okay. So that is what you need to be doing. So generative AI is going to help standardization. Yeah. AI can learn structures. How? From the data that you are feeding in. Yeah. Say you did a 10-floor building today. Tomorrow you're doing a similar 10-floor building. There can be differences. And don't think that when I say standardization, it has to be exactly same two buildings. No, it can. It can learn from a lot of projects and then give you a new result, even if it is completely different. Yeah. You may now think, some of you may think that it is not possible, but it is possible. It will be there in 2 years' time. The way that we are going to analyze also will be completely different. I will show you a few things in the subsequent slides. Yeah. Repetitive design, it can predict. If you have similar spans, it can give you designs. Of course, there are seismic design differences, wind load related differences, all that can come. But then still, within all this, we can still have standardization. Yeah. Maybe in the long run, in the short term, maybe gravity loads are all 100% standardizable. Okay. Now there is a compulsive round off. Yeah, I will explain one simple thing. Give me 1 second. Let me take my uh, whiteboard. So you can see my whiteboard, right? See, you have two beams, say, as I told you 1 second back. Say one has 100 moment and another has 95 moment. Okay. Now, maybe the area required by design is 500 millimeter square. Yeah. Now, with my experience, I can say that 195 can be rounded off. Yeah. But see, AI is looking at like this. You have 500 millimeter square is the requirement after design, after proper design. 500 millimeter square is the required steel. But there is a compulsive round off because 212, what is the area of 212 rebar? Pi d square by 4. 212 has an area of 226. 216 has an area of 400. 220 has an area of 628. Okay. You don't get 14 diameter bars in India. You don't use it. Yeah, you don't use 18 diameter bar, you don't use 17 diameter bar. So these are all compulsive round offs. You get only these areas. Okay. So now 628, if you have to give in a 200 wide or 230 wide beam, and two numbers is the number that we have to give, you can only give 220. Maybe you can give 216 and 212. That's, I'm not complicating it right now. Let's say you are giving 220, which means 628 is my steel provided. That is what you can give. That is compulsive. You have no way, which means 628 will have more capacity than 100. Okay, so 95 also gives you around 500, 100 also give you around 500, but you are providing 628. So AI can understand that 628 is the steel that you can give, and probably that can even have a capacity of 110. So it will group all that. It can easily group every beam within 110 to 95 into one particular detail, because that learning it has, and that compulsive learning is made use of. Like this, there are quite a lot of compulsive roundoffs that we do on our daily life, work life. Yeah. So this can be leveraged more beautifully, more accurately. Right now we know that this exists and experienced engineers uses it, but it is just based on experience, just based on memory. Yeah, but then when you train AI, when you train your software to do this repetitively with thousands and lakhs of projects input into it, the way that it can give you a result is going to be unimaginable. Yeah, so that's where we are going to, that's where we are heading to. I hope you got what I mean. Yeah. So this will allow rapid and very advanced standardization. And that standardization means you have more time in your hand. Yeah. Now with that more time in your hand, what you can do? You can do more projects and you can give customization. Yeah. What do you mean by customization? Change options. Yeah. See, right now, I'll talk about that a little while also. This rapid standardization also allows you to give customization to clients. Right now, if you already made a structural layout, we may be hesitant to change it. We will say, okay, the toilet is over here. I made my analysis, I made my design, I assume more load here for the toilet filling and all that. I issued the drawing. Now I'll be very rigid. I will tell the architect, I'm not going to change this now. Or I will, I mean, this is a human nature. Yeah, we will try to reduce changes. We will say, like, okay, that's not possible. Yeah. But then we can give more customization now because we have more time in our hand. Yeah. So this change is possible or not. We can predict it much faster. Even without analysis, you can predict it. If this goes here, is it going to change the design of this particular beam? Is it going to have any other effect? That prediction, you can do it much faster with the coming of AI. And as it evolves, straight away it may not be, but the future is like this. So standardization is saving your time, and that allows you to give a lot of customization option to clients. Yeah. How does it help you? If you are a smart engineer, you can adopt all this and give more value, and you can say this as your USP, your unique selling point when you speak to your clients. Yeah. And when you are able to give that, you stand out from the crowd. Yeah. So those who are adopting AI upfront in advance are always going to have that edge. Yeah. Now, another point, design versus selection. Yeah. We can easily design if all parameters are known. Yeah. Say, for example, I know that the beam depth is 450, the beam width is 200, the column size is 600 by 300. I know all this, and the material is concrete. I know all this. Then design is a very simple thing. Yeah, but then what if I don't know what material? Client is giving me a free hand. Let it be steel, let it be aluminum, let it be glass, let it be RCC, let it be anything. Let the shape be circle, let the shape be rectangle, let the shape be square. I have hundreds and thousands of freedom. Yeah, I can do whatever I want. I want the most economic design for this. Yeah, that's where engineers struggle. Even when you start ETABS modeling, when you start STAD modeling, STAD or ETABS is not telling you what size you need to give, where the shear wall should be, how the orientation should be. It's not telling you. So it's your experience, your technical knowledge that helps you right now to decide these. Now, what if your software or AI helps you to choose some of it? That's where the future is going to be. Yeah. You will be able to decide your preliminary design much faster. You will be able to decide what material is more economic, what material is going to be more durable, what material is going to be more aesthetic. All this we will be able to decide upfront before you doing your final analysis, and AI is going to help you. This is where we are going to. Yeah. And as I told you, if you are a beginner, you might have experienced this very clearly. Yeah. In your ETABS model or in your STAT model, you can easily model. You know to model, but you don't know how to choose your member size. You can decide it later, but then upfront, you don't know which is going to be the better size. So AI is going to give you, or AI is going to prompt you. It is going to tell you, okay, right now itself, you take this particular size. Yeah. Yeah. Nandakumar is saying AI is going to take you halfway in less time. Halfway in less time in the short term. In the long term, as in after 2 years, maybe it will take you till the end. Yeah, that is a different thing altogether. That's something which you need to wait and see how it evolves. In the short term, within 1 year, this is going to be the future. Yeah, but then in the long term, it's even more fascinating. Yeah. So as you told Nandakumar, fast turnaround is the short term thing. See, right now, what you do, concept design, say architect gave you a conceptual design, you also develop your preliminary scheme, beam layout, column layout, yeah, preliminary sizes you give out, detailed design you have not done. Yeah, so that you do first, then you do your detailed design, then you do your final design. This is the steps that we do on a general day-to-day basis. Yeah. Now we can reach this detailed design faster. We can do the costing and tendering faster. Then you can come back and validate. You say the client said, oh, the architect was slow in deciding the concept, but the client is very in a very hurry to float the tender. He want to shortlist the contractor and start the process. Now what we do, we'll say, okay, I have to do my preliminary design. I will arrive at the member sizes. What if AI can give you the member sizes without analysis? That's what is going to happen in the short term. Yeah. So you will be able to do this preliminary scheme without analysis and design, then float the tender, quickly come back and check your detailed design and ensure that your preliminary scheme is fine. Then go ahead with your final design. Yeah. So this turnaround time for doing all this costing, tendering, clash detection, all this will be very less. You will be able to do it faster than usual. Yeah, in the very short term. And then you do the detailed design, check that, ensure everything is fine, and go back. This is for the time being. But as we progress, maybe from here you will reach here. Okay. Now, this is also an opportunity. Okay. Now, as I told you, we can provide more customization. Other than that, you will be able to backwork things. See, there is quite a lot of demand, especially in countries like India, where we are developing. We are not a very progress nation. We are developing, we are progressing in a lot of fields, but in still, when it comes to construction and all this, we are still in a little backward stage. Yeah, so it can help refurbishment. We rely quite a lot on refurbishment, functional changes. Yeah, a residential building becoming a commercial building. Yeah, so right now, if you want to check that with experience, you'll be able to do it quite faster, but still 3 kilonewton per meter square in the room becoming 5 kilonewton per meter square. Do we have that margin? Yeah, we can do it. We can reanalyze that, but then AI can help you in a big way. Leveraging this uh, round offs that I told you. Yeah, if you know what is provided, you will be able to predict, or you will be able to arrive at its capacity much faster. Yeah, so it can help refurbishing. You can tell the client very soon, very quickly, if that is possible or not. You can turn around with that information quite faster, yeah, than traditional methods. So it can help engineers who are taking up refurbishment work to decide these, yeah. And in fact, believe me or not, if you are a smart structural engineer, you can be a project leader building structures I'm talking about in specific. Yeah, if you look at our current workflows, generally in India, architects are leading the project. There is nothing wrong in that. Yeah, there is no hard and fast rule that only an architect should lead a project. Structural engineers also can, depends on various factors and kind of structures and what responsibilities you are taking up. But then in a short term, we can be a project leader if you are really smart. If there are any architects here, please be with me. Is there any architect here in this particular webinar? Please type yes if you are an architect by qualification. B Arch. Anybody? Nobody. I think nobody. Okay, I expected a few to join. Anyways, so see, architecture is more influenced by AI even now. Say, think about a 30-40 site. And if you have 1 lakh drawings in the database, yeah, you are talking about your own database. You are also talking about the public database. Yeah. So if you have your own database, you can train AI to use those models. Yeah. Those information that you have specific to your company or specific to your use. Apart from this, there is quite a lot of public data available. Correct. So this public data can be used, and AI can give you quite a lot of information. So architecture is already influenced. Yeah, 30-40 site may not need a design. Yeah. Yes, there are human touch. There are specific requirement, as I told you. There are judgment-based things there also. But to a lot of extent than structures, architecture is already under threat. In fact, architectural exams, medical exams, lawyers' exams, AI has already cleared. Whereas a structural designer's exams, AI has not yet cleared. Yeah, so we still have time. Okay, so structures is the core engineering. It is a subject which needs quite a lot of training for AI in order to achieve what we are doing right now in a very, very holistic, complete manner. But there will be influence and disruption, but we are still a little ahead when it comes to, I mean, AI is little behind us when you compare with other disciplines. Yeah, it's already AI controlled. So a smart structural engineer who knows multidisciplinary things, you know a little bit about architectural requirement, say you know a little bit about uh, MEP, yeah, then you stand a better chance to be a project leader, take up on up everything and then deliver. Because most of the workflow, most of the building design is going to depend on structural outcome rather than the other things. Yeah. So you get more importance. Automatically you get. But then if you are a smart engineer who leverages AI, who knows multi-D things, then you stand a better chance to deliver more value to clients. Okay. Now let's see what Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said. Yeah. How many of you have heard his interview, or how many of you follow all these tech people? Say yes if you do, say no if you don't. Hussein says yes, great. Anyone else? It's very important that we follow software engineers now to know what is happening. Okay? Don't just limit yourself to site and your busy schedule. Yes, I know many of you are busy, but then we need to also be updated with tech, because that's how life is going to be in the future. Okay, so SaaS means software as a service is going to get a lot of change. See, ETABS is a SaaS in a way. It's a software as a service. You are using a service from CSI, correct? So SaaS or apps are going to go away. It's going to completely change. It's going to be an agent. That is what he says. Now, what is an agent? A chat agent. Yeah. Right now, what do you do in ETABS or STAT or in Microsoft Office or in Excel? You give an input, you process it, you use formulas, you get an output. Yeah. So you need to give a lot of input. You need to interpret data. If you are used STAD, if you are Excel, then it's all very readable. But then say you are using STAD or ETABS or Revit or whatever tools like that, you have to process it. You have to interpret the output. You need to look at the bending moments. You need to look at the result. You have to convert that into a detail. So there is a lot of work that you have to do. You are doing quite a lot of things. You are editing, you are deleting a beam, you are adding a beam. Yeah. All this you are physically doing it. You are getting a say interface where you can do all this. Yeah. But then what he means by SaaS or apps being an agent is it becomes like a chatbot. Yeah. You might have seen a lot of firms when you go to their website, you type in, you get an answer. Similar way, apps are going to become agents. It's going to become chat agents. You give your input, you ask question, you get a reply. Yeah. So that's going to be the future. A lot of apps are going to change. It's going to become a chat agent. Yeah. So what he says is it's a crude UI layer on top of database. If you look at any tool for very simple simplicity, take the example of a CRM, customer relationship management. Say you have the name of a person, you have his number there. Yeah. You have, say, for example, say, even in Excel sheet, say you have one column, name of the person, name of the staff, second column, the phone number, third column, email, something like that. So if you want the data, what do? You go open the Excel, then type for the name of the person, find it, take his number. Yeah. Now, a chat agent, if it's an application, it can be a little a complicated application like ETABS also or STAD also. You type what you want, you get the output. So that's going to be the future of applications. Yeah, everything is going to become an agent. When he says that, yeah, you listen to his interview, to his speech, he says that it's going to be very rapid, not far away. Yeah, so this is the future. Most companies are going to become chat based, agent based. Apps are going to change the way they look. See, apps are having data with it. Yeah. ETABS is having data. You are feeding in data, 200 by 400 column, 200 by 600 column. All these are data. You represent it as an image. You represent it as text. You represent it as a table. Yeah. It is a layer. It's a layer on top of, it's an interface on top of data. You have data, and it is showing you as images, it's showing you as tables. Yeah. Company can choose how it want to show you. CSI or whichever. If it's STAR, it's Bentley. So they can decide how to show you the data output. Right now, what is in popularity, what is being practiced is table format. It's more of image format. That's going to change. It can be a chat. Yeah. So that's where things are going to. Especially things like CRM and all that will not exist in the way that it is existing right now. It's all going to be chat based. Now, think about ETABS. Yeah, it's an all input that we are giving. Then you do an analysis. Then you get a result and an output. So the result can be tables, graphical output. But what if you prompt, you get a data as an answer? Yeah, that is not something impossible. We don't know how it will shape up, but this is a possibility. So maybe in the future, your ETABS is going to have an AA button here. And when you click on the AA button, this is again midterm guessing, I'm telling. It can be slightly different. But then, say, if you click here, ETABS is going to search for similar projects you did if you want to do only that. Or maybe entirely in the database that they have access to globally, public data, their own usable data if they have. It will search within that, then prompt you, then tell you, okay, go with 200 by 600 size, 300 by 900 size, whatever. That prompt you are going to get, that help you are going to get from the data that we already have. Yeah, so that will allow you to turn around things faster. This is going to be the midterm advancement. Yeah. See, if you know the history of companies like General Electric, yeah, they have standardized things very, very, very much. If you look at their power plant design, um, even without AI, they have standardized. So if the power plant capacity is say 1,000 megawatt, what they do is from 1,800, I think General Electric was started in 800. I'm not exactly sure which year it started. So from that time onwards, they are doing projects. So they know for 1,000 megawatt what is needed, for 1,200 megawatt what is needed. So they standardize it. Even today, if a new project is coming, they can search from their database and take drawings of the old project and arrive at the design without design. Yeah, they do it. So within, say, last 5 years, similar project you take, that is standardization within their database without using AI. Now think about using AI to do this. Yeah, so that is going to be the future with the past data. Even if you look at insurance companies, if you have claimed insurance, I mean vehicle accident insurances, vehicular insurances, in the olden times, insurance companies used to take a lot of time to decide the value, to state how much is the amount that you can claim. But now they will ask you to upload a picture. How is it possible? Based on the previous data. Yeah, so if the accident was so and so, the kind of dent that you may get is going to be this. That learning they have, and based on that, they release your payment. Now, with AI, this can be super controlled. Same thing with doctors scanning and all that. Earlier times, if you had to scan to understand a particular problem, you might have to had do 2 3 scans of the skull, things like that. Now, with the advent of AI, maybe a couple of scans will tell you where the problem is and what the problem is. So it is helping everybody. Yeah. So that is the advancement with a minimal intervention from us, from the past data. It can learn from the past data and create new and predict as well. Yeah, a lot of things can be predicted. So that's going to be the future of AI. Now, wait, I'll also be showing you a quick ETABS modeling, very simple one in the next few minutes. So here, finite element analysis versus AI. See, we are doing a finite element analysis for getting our results. You are analyzing things, your beam moments, your column moments, everything is based on stiffness, correct? And that is deterministic and it is exact. But if you use a wrong formula or a wrong input, your output is going to be wrong. But you are getting an exact analysis. Yeah, you are modeling everything correctly. You are doing the formulation, everything correctly. If you are using a software, it has already done that. It's validated. And you are using it. If you are manually doing it, you are using a formula. If that formula is correct, you get the right design. If your formula is wrong, you get a wrong design. But it's an exact design. But the question is, why do you want the exact design? Tell me. Why it cannot be an estimated design, but then the accurate design? Why are you particular that you need to have this formula used and then you need to get the result? Why not you get the exact correct design without doing design? Based on probability, based on past data, based on predictability. If we get, are you not happy? Tell me yes if you are happy. Tell me no if you are not happy. So if you get a result without doing analysis, same result if you get. Are you happy? Say yes if you are happy. Say no if you are not happy. Let me see how many of you are happy. Azim says you are not happy. You might be a structural engineer. Hemavati says yes. Yeah. So this is an opportunity and a threat. That is what I meant. Those who don't really know can do a few things. Those who really know need to be smarter. They need to be leveraging on it to elevate your delivery and elevate your workflows. Okay. So it is as simple as that. AI can do it. Yeah. And you should not be and need not be demanding that, okay, everything has to be exactly done, perfectly done. Cannot happen that way. World is like that. Yeah. So if the estimation gives you exact and a result, people will take it, no doubt. Yeah. But in the immediate future, it's going to be like, as I told you, it will help you in arriving at the detailed design faster. Yeah, by prompting you. But in the long run, we never know how it happens. So let's see this particular picture I have put here. You are giving an input. Now, if it is a FEM analysis, if you are doing a proper analysis, it's like you are giving in the member sizes, it will iterate and check, and it will give you an output. The beam is failing. What you do? You go back, you change your member size, come back, do your analysis, get your result, output. Yes, it is passing. Now, is it passing by a less margin or a large margin? Is it economic or not? All this you have to refine and do it. Now, data analysis is more simpler. Why? But how it will match with this, at what time and what extent, is only the question. Yeah, it cannot be very far, it will be very soon. So here you are training the model, you are training with a lot of data, you are giving thousands and lakhs of data, 20 floor buildings, 1,000 numbers, say similar apartment buildings, you get similar results. Same seismic zones, gravity based design, very easy. Yeah. But you are giving and training data, AI with data, and you will get an output. If the data is wrong, your output is also going to be wrong. Here, if your input, your member size or formulas are wrong, then your output is wrong. Garbage in, garbage out. Here also, same thing. If your data is good, then your result is also going to be good. So it's all about training AI on the data that you are providing. Is that data compatible and good to give you the required result is what matters. Yeah. So it's not just that you are going to train the model, even the software companies are going to do it. Yeah. So different software companies are going to do it and incorporate that in their analysis tools quite soon. That's going to be the immediate future. Okay. So when I say train the data, these are all data points that are available in public. Say you get, if you do a Google search, you get drawings, you get models, you get a lot of things, right? From internet, you will get what? Lot of things. You can Google, you can check mails. Yeah, there may be somebody senior send you a mail. That is an information. Now, these are all available with, uh, it's all available in the public domain. Most things are available in the public domain. Yeah. CRMs, Excel, MS Office data, all these are available. Some are not available, some are available. Yeah, but there is a huge amount of data available. That's what I'm telling. Lot of documents, Word document, Google documents, lot of presentations are available in the public domain. Lot of images are available, files, scanned images, yeah, drawn images, camera images. All these are information for AI. There are a lot of videos. There are a lot of social media content. Yeah, you should not rely on social media content. You say don't learn from reels. Yeah, but still there is a lot of data available in the media, a lot of AutoCAD and CAD drawings available in the media. So all these are information for AI to train itself. Yeah, public data. So with the coming of the latest ChatGPT 4.0, you know that it can interact. I mean, voice, image, everything can interact and give you a result. Now think about all this data interacting. Yeah. Professors have data in the public domain. Yeah. Textbooks are available. All these data forms an information for AI. Now their algorithm will decide which is trustable, which is not trustable. Don't think that, okay, there are a lot of rubbish, so it will not be able to predict. It will be able to. When? I don't know. Yeah, but then quite a lot of things are already happening. You can see it in your in front of your eyes right now. So this is going to be the future with these data available, with a lot of data points interconnected, with a lot of multi-modeling. It is quite possible that you get accurate results. Okay. So let me very quickly show you. Give me a second. I will have to reshare it because I want you to hear the recording as well. What I did is I'm making a very quick ETABS model using ChatGPT from an existing model. It's not a big thing, but for those who are new into AI, this may be a good start, yeah, to understand how things are progressing. So to save time, already we have spent about 1 hour. So to save time, I didn't want to do it live because it will take quite a lot of time. So I have done a 4-minute quick video. I'm going to play that. So to share that with sound, I'm just stopping the sharing and resharing with my system sound. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me reshare this. So I'm sharing it with sound. Give me 1 more second. Yeah, so I'm going to play this for
I
you.
will show you a quick ETABS tip using
4 minutes,
ChatGPT.
okay?
So here
I
you
hope you
can
can
see a
hear.
ETABS model. It's a one floor, one room structure that I have made here. And if you look at the spans, here you have 9 meters and here you have 7 meters.
So I have made a
I'll show you a
1
quick
meter
ETABS tip using ChatGPT. So
one
here you
floor
can see
9
a
meter by
ETABS
7
model.
meter.
It's a one floor, one room structure that I have made here. And if you look at the spans, here you have 9 meters and here you have 7 meters. And the slab thickness is 250, S1 250. And if you go and check section properties and slab, this is 250, 250. I will save this and then I will take an E2K file of that. E2K file means this ETABS file has a script. I will show you that if you are new to ETABS. So I'm going to say file and then say import file and say export, and I'm going to say E2K text file, and then I'm going to save this over here. So I'm saving this as an E2K file. So if you come to that particular folder and then see that E2K file, you will see the script or there is a command behind that model. Now what I will do right now is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to change a few things and create a new model for us. So what I will do is I will come to this particular file and then pick on this. I've already done that. What I've done is I have created a prompt here for ChatGPT where I have already copied this. In addition to that, I made a slight change wherein the span I changed to 4 meters and 5 meters. The floor height I changed to 6 meters. I changed the grade of concrete to M40 and I changed the slab thickness to 120. So this is given as an instruction here. So I'm going to copy this as an instruction. I have given a ETABS script file format here from the E2K file and I'm going to ChatGPT. I will type this prompt here and then say paste. There can be better prompts, but then I have given this simple prompt and I'm entering this will create the new file here. It is creating the new file here. You can see all the properties are being created. So once it is over, I will pick that and then copy that into a text file and import it back to ETABS. So it is getting completed. So what I will do is I will open a new ETABS file right now. Let that open up. By that time, I will go to ChatGPT and then I will copy these and paste it into a text file. So I will copy these and I will paste that into a text file which can be imported later. So let me take this particular new document, open that and paste it. So I have pasted that here. I will close this. I will go back to the ETABS model. I will say file and then import and then say import E2K file, and then I am going to pick that particular new document text file. So you can see that it is getting imported. So let me save this. It's asking you for a name. So I'll say M2 and then save that. You can see here that your dimensions are 4 meters and 5 meters. If you look at your previous model, that was 7 meters and 9 meters. In this particular one, it is 5 meters and 4 meters. You can also see the height of this particular building. This is edit stories, and you can see here that this is 6 meters, whereas in the previous model, this height was only 3 meters. Another difference is that this slab was 250 millimeters. You can go here and then say slab thickness and check out it was 250 and the grade is M20. And if you come to the new one, you can see that this particular slab is 120. So let me come back to section property slab section and 120 and check that. You can see that it is 120 here, and then it is M40. It has already picked M40, whichever changes that we had made in the prompt that is reflecting in the model. So this simple exercise I wanted to show you.
Okay, so this is the power that we are going to get. Now think about, say, a tool like ETABS incorporating ChatGPT within that. Now I took it outside and I did this, correct? Now, what if ETABS introduces this as an AI button and allow you to change? So what I did here is with an existing model data, with that syntax, with that particular program, I copied it, gave it to ChatGPT and said, this is the format, but please change this dimension from 7 and 9 to something else. Please change the number of floors, the height of the floor. Please change the grade of concrete. And it changed and gave me, I copy pasted that and I got a new model. It's a simple thing. Yeah, you could have done this in a less time without this chat GPT also, but then this is the way that it is going to progress as we um, improve our understanding on uh, AI. Yeah, so this is the future. Yeah, there can be a lot more things that can be done, but right now I just showed you this particular small thing. Now, what are the opportunities for early adopters? Yeah, so design efficiency, improved accuracy. You can predict things. Yeah, AI can be used to predict potential structural failures if you are a maintenance engineer. Yeah, you can use, or if you are a site engineer, you can optimize resource management. That's a very big thing. Yeah, it can assist you in resource allocation, all that. So it can save a lot of time for site engineers. It can enhance your collaboration. Yeah, you can, if you are a BIM or if you are a coordinator, you can effectively coordinate with different disciplines. It can give you better compliance to safety. It can give you more innovation and creativity. Yeah, with routine task automated, engineers have more time to explore things. So these are all very, very big advantages for early adopters. You can do well in your job, you can do well in your consulting if you are a consultant. So if you adopt in the right way, you will be able to do all these. Yeah, you can give better client satisfaction, you can have a fast turnaround time, you can have higher accuracy rate. Okay, you have a competitive advantage. Yeah, you can deliver better than others. See, for example, now if you are a consultant, you may be thinking, okay, from time immemorial, I'm getting 3 rupees per square feet. Yeah, you can show more value and you can charge more. It can also help you in sustainable designs. Yeah, quite a lot of advantages you are going to get depending upon which field you are. So what you do is see your workflow, what you are doing on a day-to-day basis, how you can adopt AI, you think about that. Okay. So if you have any questions on after doing that, you can email me. I will try to help in the way that I can. Yeah. So opportunities, as I told you, AI can pass a doctor's, lawyers, and a business exam, but then it cannot. Uh, till now, it have not been able to clear a structural engineer's exam. Yeah. So that's a good thing for structural engineers. That the reason is engineering involves creativity and innovation. And as I already told you, with multi-discipline skills, you will be able to become a project leader if you are smart enough. Now, what do? You have to embrace AI, no other way, and also be a subject matter expert. I'm not asking every one of you to become structural engineers. Everybody need not be structural engineers. But then, whichever thing you are doing, you be a core technical person there. If you are doing a site engineering job, appreciate and understand what you are doing rather than just focusing on inspecting finishes, inspecting that labor management. That will not help you in the future. So get into the core site engineering. What are the technical things that you can learn and do in site? Let it be anything. If you are a BIM operator, if you are a CAD technician, just somebody gave you a drawing, I do that. Don't be that. Understand the concepts behind detailing, why that lap length is there, why that lap is not allowed there. Be a subject matter expert and see how you can leverage AI to your advantage. That is what you need to be doing. So learn your work, recreate your workflow, imagine that, use a sketch to make your workflow on your day-to-day life or in your project cycle, what you are doing repetitively. Try how you can use AI in that. See how technically you can improve. That is what you need to be doing. When? Right now. Yeah, right after this webinar. Because if you wait, it's going to go. Now, how you do it, You need to be smart enough to know how to do it. You can ask people, you can use your own skills to understand that. Now, in case if structures is your priority, if you like, as I told you, everyone becoming a structural engineer is not a priority. But then if you are interested in structures, we can help you. Civil Era, we have a lot of programs. And as I told you, I will be offering you my programs as well. So if you are keen on these, you can look at our programs to improve your subject knowledge. Yeah. You can do it in many other ways. That's up to you. But then I will introduce you my programs very quickly and then offer you and then open up this session for your questions. Okay. So if you want to shift to structural roles, which is one of the most important and which is going to be the important, these are the workflows that you have to do. Say you start from basics and concepts. You need to know all these, only the needed ones in the beginning. You need to know to scheme things. You need to know how to analyze and design. You need to know how to use software. You need to know design and detailing, all the consulting nuances, ability to demonstrate your skills. This is what you need to do. And if you are able to do it, and if you embrace AI, you will have great career in structures in the future. Yeah. Now, to be a bit more clear, structural basics, this is the path that I can lay down for you. Yeah. Structural basics, ETABS software mastery. I would recommend for building structures this particular software. Design and detailing mastery. When I say this, it involves everything needed: concepts, manual designs, whatever needed, embracing AI, whatever is needed, coordination, because if you don't know this, you will not be able to use a tool, even AI, to do this effectively. Yeah, real projects, you should have that experience: soil report, foundation design, and job consulting, and mastering all that. So this is the rough, quick path for you to become a structural engineer. Okay. Now, these are some of my students' success stories. I would like to, Sumant, are you in the webinar today? This guy uh, is now a consultant. Yeah, he got into a company called SSCPL and worked for them for some time. And then right now, maybe last month, he started his own. So he is working in close proximity with me and seek help from that consulting and all that. There are quite a lot of people. You can look into these. And these are my programs, which are with a very, very huge offer that I'm declaring today, only for people who have attended this webinar. If you want these programs as bundles, if you go to my website, you will get these, or you will see these as individual courses. But I'm announcing a bundled program today where you can take these bundles: ETABS bundle, where you get 2 courses and a lot of community access and all that. Whatever cost 20,000, you get for 15,000. And there is a superstructure bundle with 3 courses. And there is a design bundle here again, where you have foundations included. So I'm introducing quite a lot of bundles. I will share this with you who are interested if you WhatsApp me or email me. I'm not spending time to explain this, but there are quite a lot of different bundles in store for you. And it ranges from 15,000 to 60,000. All these are heavily discounted only for people who have attended this webinar and only for a few students. I cannot offer this to everybody. So please WhatsApp me, or you can email me, or you can touch base me in group, whatever way you want to, and you can claim these discounts. But one particular program, which is the most important program, this gold membership, I will announce right now and I will explain it a little bit. After that, I will open up this for any discussions that you want. So if you see here, I have made a slight adjustment. This is a 1 lakh program. Today, those who have attended will get it for this particular pricing. What you are going to have in this is all the software that I'm teaching, 8 number of courses that will cover ETABS, ETABS Level 2, STAD, Foundations, AutoCAD, Revit Structures, Revit Architecture, Structural Detailing using CSI Detailer. 8 courses you are going to get. In addition to that, you will have premium community access where you can ask your doubts on a daily basis. You will have additional projects for practice. You will have a mobile application for everything. You will have assignment challenges, lifetime membership. You will have a weekly Q&A sessions. You will have real project summits. You will have additional sessions for technical understanding. You will have structural consulting accelerator. You will have complete guidance from me. All these are included, not just the courses. You will have all this. You will have additional content. You will have additional features. You will have live classes. Everything included at this particular pricing. The later pricing will be 1 lakh for this. This is only available for 5 students who are committing right today. I will enlarge this and show you. It will have 8 courses like this. It will have additional content like manual design, structural concepts, code provisions, consulting practices, whatever additional features like community for discussions, mobile app quiz, assignment, additional projects, and certification. And in addition to that, it will have weekly sessions for doubt clarifications, weekly project sessions, interview sessions, and consulting related aspects. All these are going to be discussed in the live classes. So this one mentoring program is what we are going to have in 2025. And the pricing will be 1 lakh. And for those who are attending this webinar and those who are wanting to join, first 5 students are going to get it for 59,999. So those who are interested can WhatsApp me, or you can email me, or you can even book a call with me. So I'm going to leave all these with you. You can even pay right now and then ensure that you are getting this particular offer without delay. So I'm sharing all this on the chat box. You can decide what you want to do and tell me. So I'm sharing the WhatsApp number. I'm sharing the booking. If you want to book a Zoom call with me, you can do that. And if you want to book and ensure you get the seat, you can do that also. Yeah, so I'm sending that to the group. I hope you got that right now. Yeah, so you can maybe take 2 minutes in case if you want to complete this call booking, or if you want to send a WhatsApp chat. Yeah, I will answer you maybe later because I might get quite a lot of chat requests and all that. Yeah, so this is from me today. So now I will open up this session for discussions. So if you have any questions related to, say, give me a second, related to the program or related to what we discussed today, you are free to ask me. So if you have any questions, you can either use the chat box or you can pick up your mic. I have given you permission and then ask me. Any questions, anybody? No
Hi,
questions?
sir. Very good
Give me a
afternoon.
second. Let me use my headphone. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Very good afternoon.
Yeah. Who is this?
Uh, so, uh, so this is Pratyush.
Yeah.
Sir, do you have any course that guides us how to use AI in a more systematic fashion?
I have not introduced anything as of now, but then you can discuss with me in the community. You are already my student, right? Specific AI courses, not yet, but then certain guidelines I can give you. Yeah, you can send me a WhatsApp, or you can send in the group in the community.
All right, sir. Many thanks.
Yeah, and somebody is asking if you can pay it in installments. Yeah, you can. Please send me a WhatsApp message, Abdu, whoever is asking that. Prabha Star is asking steel structures included. No, we are prioritizing RC tall buildings. We are not including steel structures in this program. Anybody else? Any question? I'm reading some of the chat that you have sent me. I may not get everything to be read. I will try to read. Anyone else, any questions? You can either ask in the chat box or you can pick up your mic and ask me. Nandakumar is asking, we use concrete data as input. We never input anything from net source. So chances to wrong outputs are less, if I'm not wrong. See, right and wrong all depends on how it is going to evolve. Yeah. So if you train your model to pick the right data, it would. So the sample that you give is going to is needed to be the right ones. And he's also saying AutoCAD. Yeah, it's similar to scripting. Yeah, it is. It is all not going to be needed. It's going to be much more advanced than that. Reghupati is asking, I'm in oil and gas sector, how the course helped me. See, if you are wanting to stick to oil and gas, this course is not going to help you. If you have aspiration to switch to high-rise building design, then this will help you. Srilu is asking, sir, you told that who have attended this webinar for all those, that is 5999. Yes, you are right. So if you are interested, you can WhatsApp me or email me or touch base me in the group, whatever way is comfortable for you. You can do that and we can discuss on that. Mrinmoy is asking what is play with structure section is in DCTS. We are going to discuss quite a lot of conceptual things and behavior based things in the sessions, how we can look at disproportionate collapse, various things which are not really discussed in uh, real smaller or other courses. It's all based on experience and various good consulting practices. So we are going to include a lot of conceptual based things. How do you economize and various things like that in that particular sessions. Saurabh is asking what will be the syllabus. Anything needed to design, say, 10 to 12, 15 floor buildings is going to be the syllabus. Can you hear me? Somebody is saying that you are not able to hear me. Is that correct? Can you not hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So anyone else, any questions? If yes, please ask. Otherwise, we'll wind off. We are almost to the second hour. Yeah. So I'm done. Any questions? Abhijit is asking, do we have scope only on application side of AI on structures or even in data management for AI related to structures? Data management is going to be a real help, right? Whatever data we have is what is being managed and given to you as a new product, as a new output. So it's all about data management. Using the existing data is, of course, data management. Any other question, anyone? No? Can we see update in ETABS? See, right now they are in the research. I don't know. What I showed you is my imagination, Jay. I don't know if that is the way that CSI is going to implement. What I said is my imagination. Yeah, it could be that way, it could be in a different way, but that is a possibility. Yeah, I was just directing you to think this is what is going to be the future. So how CSI is going to implement that, I'm nobody to tell that. Yeah, but then they are in the research as per my understanding. Yeah, any AI tab like that has not come in as we speak. I've not seen anything of
बैग
that
में
kind.
रखो है बैग
Yeah, but then this is going to be
पीछे
the
रखो
future. Anyone else? Any question?
हाँ
Praveen is asking how will be the course time schedule. We will discuss. You please send me a WhatsApp message. We can discuss that.
हाँ
Any other
It's too
question?
calm.
Anybody? Ayush is asking, any offline course for structural design? No offline course for structural design. We used to have it, but then we have realized that online allows you to use a lot of tools, modern tools, and it is giving better results. So we have moved out of direct training, which wastes your time, resources, traveling time, relocation time. So we have decided to go ahead with online programs, which are more effective. Yeah. So Ayush, please be confident. Our online programs are going to be useful for you, provided you are dedicated. Okay, Animesh, I will reply to you. Can we do the formwork design for slab footing in ETABS, sir? See, anything can be done, but then you may not
Mr. Adami
need
here.
that, Ragupati. So,
Hello,
last
sir.
one or yeah, please.
So this is Vijay Kumar.
Yes, Vijay.
Sir, how we will install the software, sir? Stat Pro or ETAB Revit?
No, all that we will discuss later. Yeah, you will get that if you look at CSI websites, you get trial versions. We will not discuss all that in this particular webinar. It's all there.
Thank you.
It's all available. It's all there. Yeah. Dhruv is asking any advice to a college student. Yeah. To a college student, my advice would be keep an open eye and ears. Don't get limited to your college curriculum. It's already dated and it's going to be even more outdated in the AI generation. Yeah. So you need to be knowing what others are doing in consulting fields. Yeah. Focus on technical things. Go to site. That's also important. Don't limit yourself in the walls of your college. Understand what industry is doing, what consultants are doing, what site engineers are doing, how a complete project is being done. And early in your life, choose what you like. Civil has quite a lot of things in it. You have site engineering, you have project management, you have structures, you have tools, so many things. So decide what you like. Second thing, research what is in demand. Align these two. Yeah, you should like what you are doing. Just going behind money is not what matters. You should look at money, but then what you like is the most important thing. Because if you are doing what you like, you are your chances of doing well there is more. And if you do well anywhere, you will be paid well. Yeah, that's my experience. And don't take civil engineering as a T20 match. It's more of a test match. So plan yourself as a test batsman, not as a T20 player. Okay. So look at a long haul in civil engineering and make your basic sound plan for that. Yeah. Early in your career, you might have certain difficulties, but then as you progress and if you are good at what you are doing, you can be a Sachin Tendulkar. Okay. So that's my advice for a college student. As a beginner, should we purchase all the course or just start with ETABS bundle? Yeah, you can do that. I will not recommend you to go with the advanced programs if you are a very beginner. Yeah. Again, I cannot tell you until and unless I understand your technical competence, your say your ability to dedicate things like that, the amount of time that you can spend. So the best thing to do is speak with me. Yeah. There is no one answer for everybody. Ideally, a beginner, one course at a time is the best thing to do. I will not ask you to come directly into the mentoring, but then every individual is unique. You may have some abilities. Maybe you are really good at certain things. So I can suggest you. So I need to know you. So please book a call with me or WhatsApp me so that I can suggest you, understand you, and then suggest you. I be very sure that I'm not going to suggest you something wrong for you. That word you can take from me. Any other question? Okay, so I'm going to close this as there are no much questions. And if you have any more questions, you can WhatsApp me or email me or ask in the group. Okay, so great speaking to all of you, interacting with you. And I hope you learned something new here and was beneficial to you. Please type yes if this was beneficial to you. Tell me what was not good if you felt like it is not beneficial. So many people are saying, Grishma saying yes. Okay, great. You can give me a feedback as well if you feel like. Yeah, so Mayuri is asking, currently in the market, where all areas AI in civil engineering? As I told you, everywhere it's going to be. Yeah, it's slowly starting everywhere. Smart engineers are using it. It is there from data creation to everything right now. The more popular areas are in data creation, like blogs and things like that. But then very rapidly, it's going to get into every other stage. As I told you, I've given you a guideline or a understanding on how it is spreading. So that's the way. So you create your workflow, Mayuri. That's what I would tell you. What you are currently doing, based on that, you make a write up, a small flow chart on your daily activity. Share with me on WhatsApp. We can discuss. I can tell you where you are going to go ahead and what you should be doing in my understanding. Yeah. I'm not demanding to be an expert, but then I can guide you with whatever little things I know about AI. Anyone else? Okay, so let's wind off. And again, thank you very much for the time that you spent today. And let's keep doing this. Please join my group if you have not. And if you don't have my group link, please ask me on the WhatsApp. I will share with you all details. Yeah, so thank you very much. Have a great day and have a great career. See you soon. Bye.